Hi everyone, this is going to share with you an OP spell binding build that allows you to quickly beat the final boss in the game Black Myth Wukong. It's actually a very simple build, so let's jump into it. The build, the idea is works that mana is converted into attack power, so the more mana we have, the better. I'm using here for the build the Jingubang, but you can use something else. The cool thing about this one, high attack, critical hit chance, it's an end game one, you can choose something else. But I really like that it actually, it doesn't deplete the forward focus, so I can actually use the time at the right time that I want. Good critical hit chance and attack power. But you can use something else if you like. It's not a must. Here, by the way, you can maybe use it just to, defend, just to start with it and then transform. You can use it, but otherwise, after you transform, you won't be able to use that anyway. So it's up to you to decide. Maybe just a little advantage at the beginning. But you won't be able to use it afterwards, after you transform. Now I'm going to use the Pilgrim, entire Pilgrim set, so we can actually charge while moving and also deal extra damage while moving. Furthermore, the more you sprint, the higher the damage. It stacks up to 10 times, 10 seconds. And just so you know, if you want to know how to get it, I read in Effects for Life because I didn't remember at this point. It's craftable upon reaching the Forest of Wolves. Guanyin Temple Shrine in Black Wind Mountain. Alright, this is based on Facts for Life, so I'm just sharing. Alright, but again, you won't get it upgraded. You need to unlock the blacksmith, and there you'll be able to upgrade it to mythical. If you want to know how to unlock the blacksmith, check my channel. Alright, so this is the entire set. Then you need the fourth one to amplify the damage, so you need 4 items. Alright. Now here, you better get some things that further increase your mana. Again, because higher damage, you don't have to, but it will increase the damage. So you can get, for example, if several drops, you can use several of the Thunderflame Seal. You can use even free if you got more drops. But you can combine it with something like extra defense, or like I did, you can go with this one, moderately increase the speed of building a focus point to further speed up the focus point build up, which is very useful as well. Because again, sometimes, especially with the third stage, the timing is very important. You want to maximize the damage and the timing. So the faster you charge it up, basically the more damage you're going to deal. Not directly, but indirectly. So it's really good to have this as well. Supreme Gourd, if you want to know how to get it, search my channel for Supreme Gourd. You're going to find a guide how to do it. It's very easy, very fast, but give you 10 zips, which is very, very good as well. I'm going here with the 60 maximum health, but impairs movement, because I can deal with it, walk around with it, so it's not a biggie. But some people might find that, annoying, so I'm just saying you can, of course, respec the drinks to something else. In terms of Spirit, this one moderately increase maximum mana, but we can see that if you go here, you can see the difference. It's not a biggie, but every bit of extra, because you're not really relying on using mana afterwards anyways, and using anything anyways, so just invest in mana just to maximize the damage. That's a very, very, of course, obvious and good choice. Relics, I went here with considerably increased critical hit damage, temporary increased attack after perfect dodge, gain moderate damage bonus for a short time after casting. This is, by the way, I added for the previous build. This is not good, so you need to change that. You can go with the third one, hold breath. Here, this can be good as well. Yeah, it's okay. Massively reduces stamina cost. Yeah, this can be good as well. Actually, all of them can be good. It's up to you. Depends if you're struggling, you can go more health. If you want resistance not to get frozen like crazy, you can go with the third one. Stamina cost, charge heavy attacks. Because it's heavy attack oriented build, I would go with the first one, personally. Again, because we're going to use this one, again, other spells are not really relevant. Although I invested in it, don't invest in it because they're not relevant. You won't be able to use them. Alright? So basically, the best thing to do is just invest totally in, again, of course, Spellbinder, right? But you won't be able to use all the others. Alright, so all this doesn't really matter. So we're can invest everything else with other things regarding survivability. I put emphasis here. Again, it's not fully optimal. That's why I'm sharing it with you. Critical hit chance, critical hit damage. Each talent slightly increases attack. And of course, mana. This one is a must because you want to amplify the damage. Alright? So you probably want to invest more here in these three: martial arts and survival and stamina as well. Because again, you're gonna have, depends again, if you have more points, you can invest it there. Smash stance is of course the one to go with because you can enable sprinting while charging. Alright, so this is great. So I would maximize this three as well. And also if you can maximize the entire, you just benefit from it. Let me just see. Yeah. So you can maximize it as well. What's best and most important? This is also very important. This is also very important. You're going to charge faster. This is also very good. And this is also good. Now, in terms of medicines, you can take advantage of that. Actually, for this build, medicine can be very, very good. This one that increases maximum mana for long duration, but this is before you transform. All right, you activate it and then transform. You also can go with increased damage for long duration. Alright, actual boss fights. Keep in mind, I'm kind of an average player, nothing special. I don't have any super skills or anything, and I can finish the boss fights. I mean, every single time, almost every single time. Every now and then I can fail for a mistake, but overall I'm just finishing them several times a day, of course, to make those builds and share with you, so you can see actually me finishing the boss fight with it. And even with the previous build, I finished it like 5 times, 6 times today. So yeah, so basically the build works very well for me. So if it works for me, it should work for you as well. So you can also already see that the damage is crazy, of course, because again, it's optimized for damage and I can just move. Timing and attack is important, by the way. So that's the cool thing about it. When you see the enemy moves, you're going to learn as you play when to time it right. You don't really need to go hard on light attacks, but focus on heavy, because you're going to do massive damage. And of course, the more you move, the higher the damage. But it's more important to time it right than trying to run, trying to maximize the 10 seconds to deal more damage. So sometimes when I see animation, it doesn't matter if I'm second focus point, first focus point, just close in to avoid damage and at least hit and then reset. You can see I make mistakes, but still, with all my mistakes I can finish it. Here you're gonna see that he's starting the attacks, I'm already closing distance the moment he does the animation. So I don't get hit, he gets hit. So it works very well. Here, by the way, with the 2, I just move, and after the second I close in. I don't get hit, he gets hit. By the way, here you can actually time it with, I think like 3 seconds, something like that. You can roll or just get out of the area with the AoEs. Like here, I'm just getting out. Here I can go out, I didn't, mistake. That's why I'm telling you, the faster you can charge, basically it will lead to more damage eventually. Don't attack when he rocks, because then he can do some crazy stuff, so don't do that. Now here the most important thing is avoid the AoE, so pay attention to that. Of course there's this attack, which I already know. So I'm closing this immediately after the second. I know they're not going to deal lots of damage, but still doing it. The other time of the duplicate will soon vanish, so it will just gone. So I can just continue and dealing with the main one. So as long as you can survive well, you'll be fine. You don't need to fight 2 of them forever. Remember, don't attack when he's stationary, otherwise you're gonna get screwed with something. You can also invest in resistance, by the way, so you won't that stuck that long in it. One of the great opportunities to attack also when he does this on the ground, so just charge, and after he does the big AoE you can just go in. By the way, if you are frozen upwards, you can still finish the attack, it will still finish, so it will get hit. The delay is because of the 60% that I chosen, so I have delay. Nonetheless, he's out. Alright, for the second phase, the first part of the second phase is pretty easy. Here you can deal massive damage, and you can even go no hit with this if you are a bit careful, not like me. You can deal massive damage to him. Alright, just cutting the cutscene and moving on to the last phase. Now it's going to be harder because there's certain moves to kind of cancel your aggression. So basically in this stage you need to dodge more, basically situations where you can't really avoid damage, unless you dodge right. Here you can propel those, I didn't, you can propel those, and you can actually cancel this move if you time it right, to both get him down and deal damage. I should have done it earlier. This was a bit too far. I recommend actually not trying to go too far from him. You can stay maybe a bit closer when you're running. So you can actually hit him when you try to do the attack rather than try to go from far away and time it right. It's very hard when you're far away to time the attack. Here basically I attacked him while he is stationary like metal, and he does this thing. Because I didn't stop, I continue attacking. Looking at it, it's kind of silly that I missed those things. Well, it happens. Yeah, here I got him down but didn't get hit. You can actually get hit and get him down at the same time without you getting hit at all if you time it right. That's a mistake. Always prioritize avoiding then healing. It's a very big mistake of me. Again, I'm doing it again. If you ask me why I'm not propelling, because I'm too lazy to do it. Yeah, I think I'm going to get him down, but I fail a lot. Yeah, so basically lots of mistakes, but even with that, you can see that it's very powerful. You can even increase the damage even more for a faster, basically, fight, so you make less mistakes. But overall, it works very well, so hopefully it will work for you as well. Make sure to try it out. Thanks for watching.